Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be looking at a Hennessey Ram. This is kind of like a Shelby Super Snake, but the Ram version. We'll get into it in today's review. But before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy for giving me some time with this truck. Link to their website in the description down below. Link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. It puts out 395 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque, and you do get this cool little Hennessey plaque there. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see here with the venting on either side, and then got the blacked out badging here at the top. Of course, we got the stripes that go down the center all the way down to the bottom, and there's actually carbon fiber here for the front splitter. But you've got this kind of like more custom looking front bumper, so again very similar to the Shelby Super Snake in terms of the appearance of the truck. Now on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 305 by 40 by 22 in the front and over in the rear, and you can see here with the wheels completely blacked out, and this is on lowered suspension as well, which is another cool part of this truck. Got these custom fender flares, Mammoth 400 because it's got about 400 horsepower, and then you can see here the carbon fiber. Actually, it has a cold air intake, so maybe it does actually have 400 horsepower instead of 395. Just thought about that 2 seconds ago. But here's your side profile. Got the little Hennessey logo there on the back. Now popping out back, we do have crazy Borla exhaust. I think you guys will really like the sound of it. Got the stripes all down the back as well. But yeah, I mean, on the exterior, this is a cool looking truck if you ask me. And then this brings us inside. There isn't a massive amount changed in here, so it looks like the door panel's the same. Seats are actually the same too. So you got the normal Laramie seats. So that's all the same. See if there's anything up front. See if it has an updated payload. 1236 for the payload. Interesting. Oh, it says Hennessey there. And the rest of it's normal Laramie. Yeah, so it looks like the interior is pretty much... Oh, you got this too. Plaque. But yeah, the rest of the interior is pretty much the same, so it's all right there. And then this leads us to the pricing. So the Hennessey Mammoth package on top of this Laramie is an extra $42,483. So you got the suspension, you have the shocks and carbon fiber and all that. 3-year warranty. But yeah, it's 42 grand on top of the MSRP price. But just check out the Ram dealer's website in the description down below to see the exact pricing, because I do think there's a discount on the truck too. But let's drive it. Well, let us set off in this crazy Ram. It would be cool if it had a supercharger on it, but, you know, we'll take what we can get, folks. Take what we can get. And this is built off of a Laramie with 4-wheel drive, so you could drive this crazy truck in all 4 seasons. Suspension is firm. Man, I remember back in the day one of my friends jumped this with a truck. We're not going to be doing that in today's video, but I do remember that he took this corner super fast and then just caught air over that. The stuff the car salesmen do. It was long enough ago, we can talk about it now. But anyways, it sounds good. Sounds good. And I feel like whenever a vehicle has a louder exhaust, it just feels faster, even if it isn't. Because it sounds faster. It's very smooth. Wow, that is neon green. Bronco Raptor. Yeah, I like the drive. I mean, it's firm. So these shocks are adjustable, so you could soften things up if you wanted to, but you are still in lowered suspension, so it's going to be a firmer ride regardless. But the interesting thing with this is I think it actually handles better than the Super Snakes, because Ram doesn't use leaf springs. Feels really sharp for a pickup truck. Just opening up the back window so we can get a little bit more exhaust in here. Ooh, it's got this nice deep tone. It's not too overwhelming to where you get like a headache from it. It's just it's a nice tone overall, I'd say. Listen to that. What a beast. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. It's smooth too with the transmission. It's another thing to note. Very smooth. Ah, you got lucky. Solid. Oh, that opened it up all the way. I meant to close it. Whoopsie daisy. So overall, this thing drives well. I like it. You know, for a lower pickup truck. Now, in terms of the pricing, it's definitely up there. You know, I'll say this. I think that, you know, Hennessey and Shelby, they might be, you know, smoking some stuff just a little bit because, okay, don't get me wrong, their builds are really cool, but they're just so expensive. So expensive. I mean, ultimately, what is this? Some stripes, lowered suspension, some carbon fiber, an exhaust, wheels, tires, shocks, little headrest stuff. And I get that it has a warranty, but yeah, it's over $40,000 for this. I mean, that's all. That's an entire vehicle. I mean, now obviously I wouldn't have a warranty if I did this myself, but I mean, I could do this myself on a Ram for half the cost. So I do think they're charging a little bit too much for the name, just a bit too much. And I mean, that's probably why this truck has some level of it is a 24 as well, so that also is probably why there's some level of discount. But yeah, I think the pricing scheme on the Shelby trucks and the Hennessey trucks has gotten a little bit crazy. So, but you know, here's the thing is, I don't need to do anything about that because guess what? The market will do its thing with that. Either the vehicles will sell or they won't sell, and if they won't sell, then they'll get discounted. So we'll just leave it to the market. I think that's typically the best thing to do. So let me know you guys think about this Hennessey Ram 400, Mammoth 400. I feel like that's kind of, because I've reviewed a Mammoth 1000, you know, TRX version, but Mammoth 400, I think it's kind of dorky. It's like, come on, put a supercharger on it. But I mean, maybe there's some people that want a lowered truck like this and they don't care about having a supercharged truck. Let me know if you're in that category. Let me know if you're in that category. That's all.